And as for Flurious, I do keep my promises, even for a clown like him. He released Gaija after all, didn't he? Gaija, my first command is you bring Flurious a broom and a pail. Take this miserable excuse of a clown for a better job. At once, my lord, said Gaija. I'll be glad to see him out as a slave. Hey, what for? I thought I'm nasty enough, said Flurious. Nasty enough? Don't make me laugh, said Ryuan. You couldn't even stand against the bowkenders at first battle.
He's definitely not worth our time, said Shuza. In fact, I am more fit to do missions, Pio bet.
Right, Shuza, said Yamba. You wanted to be in high command? Climb it up. You can provide your loyalty to this organization by cleaning out the comfort rooms for punishment for goofing off in the field. Ryuan, Gaija, escort him there. Give him his reward for nearly blowing up the last mission, said Radiguet. At once, sire, said Ryuan sadistically. Ryuan roughly pulled Flurious and threw him at the comfort area, which stank a lot. It was also filled with flies, as some of the soldiers were playing dirty. There's your first day on the job, said Ryuan. What stench I have to endure, said Flurious in anger, looking at the dirty room at the military headquarters. Clean it up if you wish to climb up, said Gaija. Ha 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 ha! Pathetic. Next you hay the execution yard to clean. For once I agree with you, Gaija, said Ryuan, who was pushing Flurious along the floor. Flurious was forced to mop the comfort room. This is pretty humiliating, said Flurious. Both Ryuan and Gaija cleaned their hands and went to proceed to Radiguet's throne room. We've done as you asked, sire. Flurious has become our janitor, said Ryuan. We threw him at the most stinky parts of the forest, sire, as you commanded, said Gaija. I don't know if we should keep that clown around, sire. It is in fact a nuisance. I say that it is a very bad move, said Tranza. Shut up, Tranza! We can use him as a disposable, and I dispose of him when I say so. Right now, he'll have to prove himself. Back at the new skybase, it was time for the morning session. Director Aya said, Well then, I would like to say that even if there are a few Power Rangers with us, this organization is now the United Super Sentai and Power Rangers Alliance. So I do hope we can get along. A new alliance is at hand, said Tommy. He was thinking on could there be a chance he'll run into some old friends of theirs. He thought of all the friends he had made along the way, including his ex-girlfriend Catherine Hillard, with whom he had broken up in a friendly manner. It was time for Supreme Commander Ryu to begin the training sessions. He was assisted by Deputy Commander Guy Yuki in getting everybody into shape. They knew that we need better mental alertness if they're going to beat the United Alliance of Evil. After a few hours of training, they had to stop for now. It was 7:30 a.m. after their long exercise. It's been some time since I trained anything physically hard, said Kimberly as she wiped off her sweat. I guess a hot shower will hit the spot. The Shinkengers can be seen back to their normal training with each other. Takaru Shiba and Mako were, as usual, practicing their daily routine with the others. Only this time Kaoru had become part of their training. How I miss practicing with people, said Kaoru. Okay, give me your best shot. Yes, Mama, said Takaru Shiba, who drew his training sword. At the control room, Supreme Commander Ryu was now doing some scans for the scouts. We'll have to keep a sharp eye on any portals or the United Alliance of Evil, said Supreme Commander Ryu. Or both, said Deputy Guy Yuki. Who knows what they could be up to? Suddenly, one of Sakura's family fresh milk bottling plants got destroyed. There was no clue to the intruder. Whether or not it was regular criminal activity or not, we have to find out. What if it was the United Alliance of Evil? To be honest, the villains are getting smarter and smarter. Wait, that was still part of the dialogue? I thought that was just one of the random... Ugh. I can't discount that possibility either. They are being too aggressive. Right now, it does amaze me that Radiguet hasn't expanded his territory yet, although he's already conquered Germany, England, Ireland, Belgium, and Luxembourg, but maybe it has slipped off my mind. Soon, the entire Europe could become his territory, giving him enough power. Nobody can oppose him now, especially with him displaying torture methods in public, said Supreme Commander Ryu. I know, right? Maybe you should go do something about it. I guess I know who the intruder is, said Edgy, who felt an aura of darkness. Allow me to go there. I will call for backup when I confirm it's the Questers who have returned as I fear. Do so, said Supreme Commander Ryu. Just as they were speaking at the downtown area, something strange was happening. A car just appeared out of nowhere with a black man and a white man inside. They were Zachary Taylor and Billy Cranston. Whoa, this is crazy, said Zach. Wait, my language has changed to fluent Japanese. This is just cool. No, crazy. Mine too, said Billy. There's no explanation for this. Apparently, this phenomenon happens only when one crosses the border of reality to another. As they landed on the city, they had to jump out of the car because it spiraled out of control and was about to hit a wall. They were a destroyed milk bottling plant. This is bad, very bad, said Zack, who looked at the extent of the damage of the flames. I could not agree with you more than that, said Billy. I wonder who could have done this, regular persons or superpowered beings. Just as they were speaking, Griems had spotted them as intruders. You have intruded our area, said one of the Griems. Putties? Or what? Let's try to hold them off, asked Zack. We're in worse shape for this, said Billy. Back at the new skybase, a portal was detected. Another portal has opened, said Supreme Commander Ryu. Edgy is out there scouting. He's detected something going on. I hope he can take care of it. However, I will be sending Tommy and Kimberly to find things out. It could be their friends as well. Then it's best to send them to investigate. So far, those people falling out of the sky are so familiar to them. But we're total strangers and weird people to our visitors, said Director Aya. I agree with that, said Supreme Commander Ryu. This is a strange new world for them. If it happens to us, they would think us to be weird characters too. We have to get along with them, said Supreme Commander Ryu. We might even have to change the name of our alliance to defeat this new incarnation of the United Alliance of Evil. Back at downtown Tokyo, Zack and Billy were cornered by the Questers after they beat off some Griems. This would be fun to cause these strangers pain for an early morning exercise, said Guy. Yes, Guy. Indeed, we would finally have some more fun than just our regular routine, said Ree. Well, looks like we got no other choice, said Zack Taylor in a combat position, ready to die. I'm with you, said Billy. But just as they thought it was the end, Edgy appeared in the speed of light. Takio-san, said Quester Guy. So we meet again for the dead for a second time. You're such a past, Takio-san, said Quester Guy. The Ashu Watcher must die, and so must his line.
Gogo Changer! Start up! Awaiki Bokensha! Boken Silver!
Zack Taylor and Billy Cranston were surprised by these events. This is awesome, said Zack. Too bad we can't morph. We're seeing more Power Rangers in action in another strange world to us. At least somebody got to get rid of these guys. I wonder how they have their own Power Ranger, said Billy. My theory is this could be an alternate universe. Tommy and Kimberly arrived on time riding a car, with Tommy driving, on Edgy's coordinates. Tommy turned into Zeo Ranger 5 and Kimberly into Pink Ranger 1. They helped clear the putties out? Boken Silver managed to repel the Questers after a huge fight. We'll be back, Takioka-san, said Quester Guy. And I'll beat you as many times as need be to keep sending you back to the Netherworld, said Boken Silver. Boken Silver, Zeo Ranger 5, and Pink Ranger 1 reverted back to their civilian forms. Now it was time to send a message. Alright, looks like we got all the support. Hurry back now before they get killed by the United Alliance of Evil, said Supreme Commander Ryu via communicator. Roger, said Tommy. Get in the car, quick, said Edgy. They were taken to the new skybase. The MMPR team had a joyful reunion. Billy Cranston and Alpha 5 could not believe the old man in front of them was Zordon after all these years. Wait. Billy and Alpha 5... Oh, you gotta really stop doing this. After all these years, they thought he had already died after the events of Countdown to Destruction. How did you get out of that tube, Zordon? Asked Zack.
Long story. I will tell you later, Zack, and all of you. But all I can say is, it was a miracle that I lived after the war with the first United Alliance of Evil in our world,
said Zordon. For once, I thought you were just some nice old guy, said Zack. Trini facepalmed herself, being a highly serious individual. Zack, said Trini. So we have more friends joining us after all. It's time to lead them to their new rooms. There's still more, said Director Aya. Oh, I'd like to know if I could apply for the laboratory science here, asked Billy. Here are my credentials if they count. Oji can translate these, said Director Aya. Oh, you're a scientist? I will have someone introduce you to you. She'll interest you for a long time. Billy Cranston was taken to be an attractive young woman, a genius like himself and of a different variety. She was Ranyu Itsuki. Billy Cranston grew red at her sight. Billy, this is Ranyu Itsuki, said Director Aya. Billy Cranston extended his hand and said, Hi, I'm Billy Cranston. I'm one of the laboratory personnel. Oh, I was really looking forward for someone helping me. I think you could be just the right guy. In no time, we'll be introducing each other to each other, said Ranu. Billy Cranston was in feeling of uncertainty about meeting Ranu, as it seemed he was in love with her. Okay, what the fuck? She could later be seen with Ryuga Haka and Yukito Sanjo, who he decided to drop by. "Oh, Ranu, I see you've made a friend," said Ryuga. "Indeed I have," said Ranu. "Well, I never knew you dated a white man," said Yuko. "For the last time, he's not my boyfriend," said Ranu. At the United Alliance of Evil headquarters, Radiguet was angry at the failure report from the Questers. He threw his wine glass at them in full rage. "Well then, Questers, you had some battle and you let them escape. I thought you two were the best hunters in the world," said Radiguet angrily. "But Emperor, we accomplished our primary mission of destroying the milk plant factory of the Nishiori family as well as a number of facilities you also wanted destroyed," said Guy. "Besides, we also destroyed the weapons factory that the Special Police Deca Ranger wanted to produce here on Earth." "I wanted those accursed Rangers destroyed now! Okay, let me think. Let's try that dialogue again, but with a different character. "I wanted those accursed Rangers destroyed now! Yeah, that's what I thought. It would have made a lot more sense if the Zangiak were in charge. Can't say the Armada since this was before Power Rangers Super Mega Force, but you get my point. "I hope you two learned your lesson," said Trakina. "As you know, that's not the only thing you have to worry about. We still have the Super Sentai teams and the Power Rangers teams to worry about." "Boy, this is tough," said Guy. "If only Radiguet didn't have the ability to blow me up, I would have rebelled already. Maybe I'll just take a little bit more patience with him." "Then what's our next plan, sire? We have to make our move if both Super Sentai and Power Rangers teams are to be destroyed together," asked Trakina. "The solution I've found now is that we can attack the past whenever we can and have a good plan. That is where the Super Sentai warriors are at their weakest. We can exploit that weakness and destroy every Super Sentai team once and for all. Questers, do prepare giant robots if necessary," said Radiguet, who took another sip of blood wine. "Yes, sir," said Guy and Ree. "That's very good. That way we'll exploit their weakness points and crush them for good." "It'll be enjoyable to see them crush themselves," said Tranza. "And not to mention, it will get some fun. I would like to torture people whenever I can," said Long. "And me. Beat them up so we can conquer the universe," said Mesagog. "We need proper plans. A massive attack is not always the solution to victory. We have to make our plans slowly. The Alliance may have conquered much of Europe, but it doesn't guarantee us victory against the Super Sentai forces. Japan is still a problem as long as Super Sentai forces exist," said Radiguet. But in Tranz's mind, as well as the rest of High Command, he would seek to find Radiguet and destroy him in the past so he could become the only Emperor of the United Alliance of Evil. Back at the new skybase, a new important announcement was made. "What's going on?" asked Takaru Shiba. "Don't tell me the United Alliance of Evil is striking again. Those guys just don't know when to quit, do they?" "They don't, Takaru," said Supreme Commander Ryu. "They are vicious to the core. We've got to get everything organized as soon as possible. After all, they have crushed several nations in Europe, and now they have declared a very new nation of New Vyram. A meaner version of the old group that the Power Rangers in space fought," said Tommy. "There was an old version way back in our world. Now we have a new incarnation under new leadership. Ugh. I bet their leader must be meaner than Dark Spectre. Ugh. I have even received visions of the war." "Then we'll be ready for them. We should beat them as soon as possible," said Trini. "Not so fast, Trini. We got to follow orders," said Jason. "Sorry," said Trini. Bulk and Skull were somewhat freaked out by the alarm. "Hey, Bulk, what's going on?" asked Skull. "I think it's the very mission for the Power Rangers of this world, but it's nothing new to me. I was part of these kinds of incidents in Terra Venture," said Bulk. "I guess we can hang out with these days. Besides, that scientist dude, Professor Makio, he's way cooler and way more phenomenal than Professor Phenomenus. In fact, the director herself is very phenomenal too. I wouldn't mind working with her at all," said Skull with a positive outlook on things. Just as Takaru Shiba was talking, they realized the United Alliance of Evil was now going to carry out its plan to conquer the past eras through the timeline monitor. Just as I feared in my visions from Akka Red, they are now planning to conquer past eras, establish further plans so they could do in the present. Fortunately, we got these time trains as our latest weapons. However, only one is available at the moment. The Search Guard Time Train. We will have to select a few to go their specific missions and hunt down the forces of the United Alliance of Evil. First stop may be 1975, as shown by our monitor," said Director Aya. "Time trains? What for?" asked everyone in shock. "What is this time train? Will it help them stop the United Alliance of Evil? Meanwhile, could there be more people from the Power Rangers universe falling through various time holes in different events?" Well, I'll give them this. This chapter isn't as bad as the previous ones. See you next week, where we will meet the first Super Sentai, Himitu Sentai Go Ranger. and see just how well this story can fuck that up.